Welcome back to the Murphy Center on the campus of Middle Tennessee State University for our second AA quarterfinal game. This game is going to feature Liberty Tech and Chattanooga Howard. I'm Kerry Mallard. I'll be joined by Michael Atchison momentarily. What a beautiful day it is in Murfreesboro. We're expecting temperatures in the 80s. Nice day for baseball and softball, but we got a few basketball games left this week to bring you, and we'll be crowning some champions on Saturday. The winner of this game will take on Memphis Mitchell, of course, the game you just heard. And these two teams coming in, no strangers to Murfreesboro. Of course, Liberty from Jackson, Tennessee, was state champs in 2006 and 2007, second place in 2010. And state champs last year. They have a record of 11-1. The only loss was in that 2010 championship game. They lost to Bolivar. So quite the run Liberty has made in the last 3 or 4 years. Chattanooga Howard, on the other hand, has a record of 10-26. They have They were state runners-up in 1972, but their story goes all the way back to 1967. They were here in 67, 69, 71, 72, 73, 76, 79, 80, 81, 84, 85, 88, 90, 92, 93, 2000, 2001, 2003, 2007, 8, 10, and 11. And they have a record of 10 wins and 26 losses. 26 losses at state tournament play. So quite the contest here between the Crimson and Gold. Howard, let's see, Howard is the Hustling Tigers is what I was thinking. The Crusaders from Liberty are set to battle. Well, let's take a 2-minute local break. 2 minutes for our local stations along the line. And when we come back, we'll set the stage for you a little bit more. Back in 2 minutes. Stay tuned.
The 2012 Blue Cross Basketball Championships are brought to you by Blue Cross Blue Shield of Tennessee, proud corporate sponsor of the TSSAA, and by the Governor's Highway Safety Office, who reminds you don't drink and drive, and by your local Tennessee public television stations, proud host of the 2012 Blue Cross Basketball Championships.
I see history.
I see numbers.
I see music.
I see spaceships.
I see a butterfly.
Each year, the School Advocates for Vision and Education in Memphis makes it possible for hundreds of school children to get the glasses they need, all for free.
I see my future.
So whatever they see better. That's why Blue Cross Blue Shield of Tennessee supports them. Blue Cross Blue Shield of Tennessee is for Tennessee.
I see you.
See how Blue Cross is impacting your community at bcbst.com/impact. Because you can see forever from Signal Mountain. And with the right vision plan, you can see a whole lot more. Because 5 kids in Jackson means 40 bicuspids at the dentist. Because of a mobile site that helps you find a doctor. Because of small towns, big businesses, and partnering together for affordable solutions in health and wellness. Every policy tells a story. You carry us because we carry you. Blue Cross Blue Shield of Tennessee. Health, wellness, dental, vision.
We can get a player up here.
Oh, that's good stuff.
All right, perfect. Prepare a Wiley Ballard graphic.
Do you want me to start the stream?
Start the stream. Camera 3. Beautiful. We're coming in on 1.
For more information on how your school can join the Play on School broadcast program and participate in the TSSAA network, go to TSSAAnetwork.com/SBP.
Administrators.
Liberty on the floor right now. To our left is we're stationed courtside at Murphy Arena on the campus of Middle Tennessee State University. They are in the home white, trimmed in maroon and gray. The Hustling Tigers of Howard come in their crimson and gold uniforms. They've already made it back to the locker room, going over a few last-minute instructions. And they'll be making their way back out as we'll be watching the entire lineups announced here in the first round today and tomorrow. Of course, AA tipping off the tournament, followed by AAA. There'll be 2 AAA games this evening, and tomorrow 2 AAA games in the morning, followed by 4 single-A games, and then on to the semifinal Friday and championship Saturday. And Michael, as we talked about these 2 teams facing each other today, no stranger to state tournament action, and we should see quite a matchup here between Howard and Liberty.
Well, I think you're going to see 2 great defensive teams. You got a lot of speed, a lot of athleticism on the floor, Kerry. And like I said, both these teams are staples here, I guess, in Murfreesboro for the last few years. They've both been up here quite a bit. Liberty winning a few state championships. Howard, very good team, well coached. So I look for this one to be up and down the floor, a lot of pressing, a lot of man-to-man defense. And I don't know that you'll see a high-scoring game here. I think the defense is going to be so good that might not be a lot of points scored in this ball game.
And we'll know momentarily. Before we do anything, we're going to grab a 1 minute. Let's go ahead and make it a 2-minute network break. 2 minutes, and when we come back, we'll have the official starting lineups for you in 2 minutes. Stay tuned.
The 2012 Blue Cross Basketball Championships are brought to you by Blue Cross Blue Shield of Tennessee, proud corporate sponsor of the TSSAA, and by the Governor's Highway Safety Office, who reminds you don't drink and drive, and by your local Tennessee Public Television station, proud host of the 2012 Blue Cross Basketball Championships.
Thanks to Blue Cross's Walking Works for Schools program, Tennessee kids have walked over 17 million miles in the past 5 years. That's enough for 35 trips to the moon and back. Blue Cross Blue Shield of Tennessee is for Tennessee. Committed to getting kids walking and healthy. Get involved at bcbsd.com/impact.
Take me home tonight.
You can choose the back seat, or we'll choose one for you.
We can get a player up here. Oh, that's good stuff.
Perfect. Prepare a Wiley Ballard graphic.
Do you want me to start the stream?
Start the stream. Camera 3. Beautiful. We're coming in on 1.
For more information on how your school can join the Play on School broadcast program and participate in the TSSAA network, go to TSSAAnetwork.com/SBP.
The non-starters are being announced courtside, and we're going to join join the PA for the official starting lineups in just a moment. But while they're continuing the non-starters, we'll let you know Liberty, the District 14 runner-up in AA, District 14 AA runner-up, Region 7 AA champs, defeated Sheffield 73-62 to get here. And Chattanooga Howard, third place in District 6 AA, Region 3 champs, defeated Sequatchie County. Here's the starting lineups for you.
And now the starting lineup for today's quarterfinal game. For Howard at forward, number 10, Anthony Smith. In the backcourt for Liberty Tech, number 2, Taylon Douglas. At guard for the Hustlin' Tigers, number 11, Antonio Smith. In the backcourt for the Crusaders, number 10, Daniel Hill. And forward for Howard, 14, Wayne Cottle. At guard for the Crusaders, 25, Tavarius Gauze. At guard for the Hustling Tigers, 24, Rodarius Martin. At forward for Liberty Tech, 41, Rashad Chris. And the center for Howard, 50, Brandon Walters. At forward for Liberty Tech, 50, Matt Smith. The head coach for Howard High School, Walter McGarry. The Hustling Tigers are 21-9. The head coach for Liberty Tech is Jared Jones. The Crusaders are now 28-6.
All right, there we have it, the starting lineups. And one thing about it, Michael, one Brandon Walters towers over everybody at 6'8".
Ought to be a good matchup between him and Smith on the inside. Smith at 6'6", Walters at 6'8". But I'm more interested in Hill for Liberty. See how he comes in and plays today, because he's the motor that makes that machine go.
No doubt about it. And you got Gauze there for Liberty as well, who every time you look at last year's state championship trophy, just put a little asterisk by it, because if he doesn't hit a big shot in the semifinals of the region, Liberty doesn't advance to the state tournament. And also, Rashad Chris, 6'2 junior, plays much, much larger than 6'2. So here we go. Liberty and Howard about to meet in the quarterfinal round of the AA state tournament for 2012. And it'll be Walters and Smith. A sizable difference in height, but we know Smith can jump out of the gym. They better throw this ball high. There he goes, and it is tipped. It goes to Howard, and we're underway.
Well, Howard's got a size advantage in about 3 positions out there, Kerry.
No doubt. Dump pass underneath going to Walters, but lost him out of bounds, and it'll be a turnover to start the game. Liberty will inbound.
Tell you what, Walters is a big guy, too.
He's a big man.
He is a big young man.
7:45 remaining first quarter. Howard dressed in the crimson and gold. Here's a drive, and the ball is swatted away, and Walters there to pick that one up. Brings it on the attack. Comes near side. Inside. They look underneath. Nothing going on there. Antonio Smith gives the ball to Martin. Martin drives, gives it out in the corner. Inside to Walters, and a foul going to be called underneath, and that's going to be a battle to contend with all day. Is what do you do with the big body of Brandon Walters, and Matt Smith just drew the foul.
Well, Smith's not only giving up height, he's giving up a lot of weight to Walters.
No doubt about it. I would estimate Walters to be 6'8", somewhere around 270.
Easily.
And here's Liberty coming up with a steal. Great hands that time by Gauze, and a foul going to be called on Howard.
Well, the weak side's going to have to play a big role in this defense for Liberty today with Smith on Walters. They're going to have to come over and help him out a little bit.
The veteran coach, Walter McGarry, says take care of the ball and you won't have that instance happen on you like that. That was one of the Smith twins, Antonio Smith, with the foul. Ball comes near side to Gauze. He dumps it underneath to Smith. Smith into paint, stop, pop, wouldn't go. Rebounding, fighting for the rebounds. Matt Smith comes away with it, gives to Chris. Rainbow shot in the lane, won't go. And the ball is out of bounds off of Howard.
Well, you see already Walters making his presence. He hasn't blocked anything, but just with him being there, he's offered some shots.
They know he's in the area. It's going to be Hill inbounding. Comes to Smith, stop, shot won't go, foul called. And I'm not sure who they're going to get, but we're going to have a lot of fouls in this one, it looks like.
I thought they get Walters right here.
That'll be his first, team first. Or a second team foul, first on Walters. Matt Smith at the line. He's got a pretty sweet stroke from the charity stripe. Fires the first, and off the mark, wouldn't go. He'll have another. Second free throw on its way. Missed that one too, off the mark. Hadn't found his spot yet.
Well, 0-0. Both teams just kind of
getting acquainted.
A little nervous probably.
Shot off the glass, and no, it won't go. Hill with the rebound for Liberty. Hill brings it to the free throw line, kicks it out. Into the corner he goes to Gauze. Gauze going to hold up there, comes back up top, and Liberty will set the defense or set the offense. 6:20 remaining in the first quarter of play. Shot is blocked away and out of bounds.
There's that size advantage for Howard right there. They got some big guys on the inside with Walters and that number 14. That's going to be
Caudle.
Good size young man.
Here's a Powell. Nice move by Smith. Up and under. Shot good.
Nice.
Liberty leads 2-0. And a pass is intercepted. That's Gall. Steps in. Tried to feed to Chris, but Howard too quick and stole it right back. Howard gets it across the time strike. Kicks it over left side to Martin. Martin takes it top of the circle. Near side, it comes to Antonio Smith. Looks inside. Shot up. Teardrop good. That was Caudle for 2.
6'5" freshman.
Young man going to be a dandy, isn't he? He's a 6'5" freshman, as you said, Michael.
I believe 6'5" has been a little
conservative.
Yeah.
Ball is tied up, and alternate possession is going to stay with Liberty. We're tied at 2. 5.5 minutes remaining in the first quarter of play. Crisp will inbound. Coach Jared Jones in his second year at Liberty.
I mean, you look at him against Crisp. Crisp is 6'2", and Caudle is, he's a good four.
And here's steps taken by Hill. Liberty has turned the ball over yet again. That's just their first turnover. Beg your pardon. Howard has turned it over a couple of times here in the early going. Who said it? Low scoring affair here. Here's a drive. Shot is up, stripped away. Hill tracks it in the corner. I think that was you that said such, wasn't it?
Well, it's only 3 minutes into the game.
But it's going to be a low scoring affair, it looks like, anyway. Gauze kicks it to Crisp at the elbow. Shot good.
That's that shot. He can hit that shot, that little jumper from about 16 feet. Nice.
Full court pressure by Liberty. And they're giving them fits. They turn it over. Chris gets it back and banks it home. Nope, won't go. Rebounding is going to be Howard. That was Walters high with the rebound.
Tell you what, when Liberty turns that defensive pressure up, there's not many teams in this state that are as good as they are.
That's exactly right. Spin move. Shot is up off the glass. Won't go. Rebound. Walters had it swatted away by Smith. Over to Antonio Smith for 3. No, it won't go. Crisp with the rebound. And that's where he is so dangerous because he can play so much larger than 6'2". Ball goes corner. And a foul called. Oh, boy. They almost dislocated Douglas's arm, but it won't be a foul called. It's going to be out of bounds, and it belongs to Liberty.
Wow.
And apparently he got all ball, and Douglas was at a tight hold on that one for sure. Douglas going to look at it again, gives to Crisp. Crisp to Smith. 12-footer, won't go. Crisp knocked to the floor.
That's 2 on Walters.
And he'll go to the line.
Well, that was my concern with him. He's not as agile as Smith, and he's trying to block Smith's shot, and that's twice he's fouled Smith.
Another secret weapon about to check in for Liberty, and that would be Emmett Lindsey, 6'2" senior, going to come off the bench and enter the game after this free throw. Matt Smith 0 from 3 for the charity stripe, and he'll have another.
Usually that young man's a pretty good free throw shooter. Neither team shooting very well, Kerry. They're both 25%, 1 of 4 for Howard and 2 of 8 for Liberty.
Gauze going to have a seat. Free throw in and out, wouldn't go. 0 for 4 now for Liberty. Matt Smith, the only player from Liberty at the free throw line in the first half of this quarter, and he's missed all 4 attempts. Liberty leads by 2. 4-2's the score. Halfway through the first quarter of play. A drive to the hole. Shot off the glass. Won't go. Rebound tipped around. Walter's going to come away with it. Scores! But he travels in the process. Wipe off the basket.
That's a good call. He took that little hop in the lane right there, and the official right on top of it.
Well, he didn't say Father May I. It's the problem. The little hop, little bunny hop.
Okay.
Yeah. He didn't get permission. It wouldn't have been granted anyway, would it?
No, I don't think so.
Hill brings it across the time stripe. Goes right wing. Stop. Shot up. Won't go. Walters with a rebound for Howard. Long pass down the floor. Goes right side. Shot high off the glass. Boy, he used it to perfection. And that was Martin with the bucket. We're tied at 4. Boy, there's a lot of athletes on this floor.
Well, Howard's not slow either. Liberty's exceptionally quick. Howard might be as quick.
You know, you would think for Liberty the game plan would be to go right to Walters, try to pick up that third foul, and force Coach McGarry to go to the bench. There it is. Shot is up. Blocked by Walters. Smith gets it right back. Shot up again. And Walters in there fighting. Gets the rebound. And a foul going to be called. Maybe this is going to be on Smith as well. It is. That's Smith's second foul for Liberty.
Well, that's both big guys with 2 fouls.
Here comes Howard across the time stripe. They give the ball to Smith. That's Anthony Smith. Takes it left side. Had it stripped free. And picking it up, Emmett Lindsey. Lindsey gives to Hill. Hill's going to bring it on the attack. 2:45 remaining first quarter. We're tied at 4 in the quarterfinal game. And a foul called. Smith flushes, and it was after a foul had been called. We've seen our first dunk, but it don't count.
Doesn't count. You see Liberty's game plan right here early in this game. They're going to the rack with it. And like you said, they're trying to get Walters with that third foul, I believe.
Lindsey at the line. When he's not playing basketball, he's an outstanding defensive football player. He's going to UT Martin on a football scholarship. Missed the free throw, and Liberty finds themselves 0 for 5. A 30-second timeout has been called. Before we shoot the second free throw, we'll take a timeout with them. 30-second break for our local stations along the line, then we'll be right back. Stay tuned. He steps to the line out of the timeout. Tie game 4-4. Lindsey's looking for the first Liberty free throw of the contest, and he can't get it.
Wow.
How about that? 0 of 6 from the charity stripe, and instead of being 10-4, we're tied 4-4. Here's a lob pass to Walters. He's too far out. Kicks it over left side. Shot up. Three-pointer. Good. That was Antonio Smith from downtown. Gives Howard a 3-point lead. 3-ball by Hill. Won't go. And a rebound underneath. That's Galls, and he takes it to the rack.
Good junk basket there by Liberty. Nice offensive rebound.
Actually, that's Douglas that took the 3-point shot a moment ago. Here's a shot up good by Caudle. Caudle knocks it down.
Freshman can play.
Here's a 3-ball. Good. Oh, boy, it's starting up now. Galls just knocks down the 3. We're tied at 9.
All right, Coach Jones wanting the defense to come extend full court.
Smith on the left side gives to Caudle, or Martin. Martin had it stripped free. That's Hill. Hill down the floor, want to go coast to coast, lays it up, and is fouled. And this foul, I believe, is going to be on Martin. But, boy, how about the young man, the physical physique of Wayne Caudle, the 6'5 freshman. And put that 6'5, as you mentioned, in quotation marks.
Well, you saw Hill there. Nice steal, and then he went coast to coast with it. Let's see if Liberty can make a free throw here. This will be their 7th attempt.
Free throw, no. It bounced on the left side, went high up off the glass and off the front of the iron. And that makes him 0 for 7. And Hill, about a 72% free throw shooter on the season, steps in. Free throw, got it. So that breaks the drought, and it gives Liberty a lead. 10-9 the score. Here comes Howard with the ball to our right as we look on the action here courtside. Smith with the ball, top of the circle. Boy, how about this defense? They give it to Martin. Martin spins at the elbow, kicks it over to Smith. 3 ball in the air, won't go. And Gauze with the rebound. Gives to Hill. Hill feeds it in the corner to Douglas. Wow. Back to Hill. Lays it in. Nope, won't go. Tipped by Crisp. No good. Howard with the rebound. 1 minute remaining. First quarter. 10-9. Liberty leads Howard. Howard with the basketball as Smith brings it across the time stripe. That's Anthony driving the lane. Shot good. And an offensive foul called. Wipe off the basket. And that was Gauze standing his ground in there, drawing that charge. Reams going to come in for Liberty. Trey Reams.
You got Chris and Smith sitting on the bench. Of course, Smith's got 2 fouls. Chris just getting a little breather for the second quarter.
Hill brings it across the time stripe. 35 seconds remaining. Opening quarter. Gives to Lindsey. Lindsey's shot blocked away. Howard brings it on the attack. And almost lost the handle. Goes to the right wing. Dump pass underneath. And it's going to be a foul called. And I think they're going to get Hill for being a little over aggressive. He was trying to steal that ball away inside.
You know, we saw that, I believe it's in the region where Hill got in a little foul trouble and had to set a lot of the game for Liberty. They need him on the floor, no doubt about it.
Good Joe Young checks in for Howard. Here's a quick pass, shot wouldn't go. Rebound is fought for. Howard has another couple of shots, and finally Caudle.
Caudle can play. He's got 6 points. He's a freshman. Got 6 of the 10.
5 seconds remaining. Hill penetrates. Shot up, wouldn't go. Block foul. Jump ball called. Belongs to Howard.
Tell you what, Howard's made a little adjustment there. Carry on the inside. They're not letting Liberty get to the basket as easily.
Howard's only got it 1.5. They just throw it the length of the floor, and that's going to wrap the first quarter. Howard 11, Liberty 10. We'll be back in 1 minute. Stay tuned.
Thanks to Blue Cross's Walking Works for Schools program, Tennessee kids have walked over 17 million miles in the past 5 years. That's enough for 35 trips to the moon and back. Blue Cross Blue Shield of Tennessee is for Tennessee. Committed to getting kids walking and healthy. Get involved at bcbst.com/impact.
Take me home tonight.
You can choose the back seat, or we'll choose one for you.
Getting ready to start the second quarter. Liberty has the ball, down by 1. 11-10 to score. Howard with the lead. Ball comes up top to Lindsey. Lindsey penetrates, kicks it over to Douglas. Douglas up top to Hill. 7:45 remaining. Gives it over on the left side to Gauze. Underneath, there's Reams. Shot is up, won't go. Actually, that was Crisp on the shot, and a foul going to be called on the other end, and that is going to be on Gauze.
Tell you what we're seeing so far in this game, Kerry. We're seeing 2 very good defensive teams. You got a 10-11 score, and neither one of them's giving much as far as the offensive end goes.
Big guys out starting the second quarter for Howard. Here's a shot up, won't go. Rebounding is Liberty, and the ball's deflected. Chris has it, sends it to the right side, drive to the hole, good. Wow, Gauls floated to the lane and kissed it off the glass.
Good athletic move there by Gauls to avoid the charge.
7 minutes remaining. Dump pass underneath. Here's a spin move. Shot won't go. Rebounding is going to be Liberty. And Caudle had a good look at it, but just wasn't strong enough to finish that shot. Oh, nice feed to Chris. Shot wouldn't go. It's blocked away, and here comes Howard in transition. Drive, shot, won't go. Blocking foul called. And this, was that Hill?
Yeah, that's going to be his second. He just did not get there in time.
Liberty going to put Smith back into the lineup. That is the 5th team foul.
Look, your Liberty, you got two of your better players that's got 2 fouls here early in this ball game.
Howard has 16 fouls. 16 fouls. At the line, Young. Free throw is good. And a couple of players going to check in. That's Matt Smith. And also, that's Ty Taylor into the game for Liberty.
First free throw of the game for Howard. And they're, of course, 1 of 1. Liberty is 1 of 8, 13% right now from the line.
Free throw, no, won't go. Smith with the rebound. Kicks it out to Gauls. 6:40 remaining before halftime. We're tied at 12. Got a dandy one brewing here in this second AA quarterfinal game. Gauls gives to Lindsey, inside to Smith. Turns, shot is up, won't go, and didn't get a good square on the basket that time. And Howard comes right back with it. Howard drives in, stops, and hand check foul. Perhaps on Lindsey. It is. And that's bonus time for, okay, it's not bonus time. That's the 6th team foul. Dump pass inside, Caudle shot, good, count the bucket. And the defender was absolutely out of position. Caudle was able to get the bucket. That's going to be on Smith, and that's his 3rd.
Wow. He's going to set the next 6 minutes and probably come back at the beginning of the 3rd quarter, but that is huge. Got him and Hill sitting on the bench. You've got the smaller Chris coming in for him.
Free throw. No good. Lindsey with the rebound, gives to Gauls. Gauls penetrates, stops, pops off the glass, wouldn't go. Got his own rebound, stripped free of the ball. And that was Young coming up with it. They give to Martin. Martin underneath, shot is up, good. With the bucket was Brummett. That was Brummett with the basket.
Liberty's got a few guys in there now, Kerry, but they've got their 2 primary scorers sitting on the bench.
16-12 to score. Howard by 4. Crisp, shot is up, won't go. And the freshman got the best of him that time. Caudle come up with a block.
Caudle can play.
Yes, sir. He's got a bright future in front of him. He's a freshman, folks. There's a shot off the glass and in for 2. With the bucket, Young and Howard is having their way right now with Liberty. 18-12 the score. 5:14 remaining, second quarter. We'll take a 30-second break and be right back. will have the basketball. 5:15 remaining before halftime. An 18-12 game. Howard by 6. Liberty with the ball. Liberty brings it across midcourt. Gives up top. Over to Gauls. They give to Lindsey. Lindsey penetrates the lane. Lost the handle on the way through. And it goes off of his foot and out of bounds.
Howard, very good defensive team.
Now, my question is...
Very impressed with them.
Now, Michael, if Walters were to come back in now, and you have your twin towers, he could actually dominate right now. Here's a pass down the lane. It won't go. Off of Howard and out of bounds.
Well, I don't think Coach McCary's going to risk getting hit third foul.
Right.
He's got a 6-point lead here in the second quarter. Rest him, bring him in the third quarter.
4:45 remaining in the second. 18-12 the score. Liberty down by 6. Seesaw battle here in this first half. Crisp at the free throw line. Kicks it out. Comes to Taylor. Taylor gives to Gauls. Gauls penetrates. Had his pocket picked. And Smith down the floor for Howard. Lays it up. Off the glass, won't go. And a blocking foul on Liberty. And that, again, that's Taylor that time.
Yeah, Taylor just didn't get there in time.
His first 8th team foul. Antonio Smith at the line for Howard. Free throw. No. Second free throw. Got it. 19-12. Gauls brings it across the time stripe. They give up top to Lindsey. In the corner. Douglas fires a 3-ball. Won't go. Rebound. Tipped around. Finally controlled by Liberty. Good job by Gauls coming away with that one. They feed it to the left side to Lindsey, and it's out of bounds off of Howard. And Howard has Liberty matched up speed for speed.
Oh, yes. No doubt about that. And I tell you what, Howard's doing it with their defense right now. That's why they've got this 7-point lead.
Here's Gauls at the elbow. Fires.
Nice.
Got it.
They're going to have to hit some of them shots to loosen that defense up just a little bit.
19-4. Here's a steal by Douglas. Lays it up, lays it in. 19-16. A 3-point game. 4 run now all of a sudden by Liberty. They go to Caudle. And traveling called. 19-16. Liberty going to try to make it a 6 or even a 7-0 run. Checking into the game for Howard comes McCauley. He wears number 3. 3.5 remaining. Second quarter. 19-16. Liberty trails by 3 with the basketball. Gauls goes inside to Crisp. Crisp shot blocked by the freshman Caudle. Here's Howard in transition. Boy, look at him go. And a foul going to be called. This is going to be on Howard. And a good job that time staying his ground was Lindsey, and they had to scrape him up off the floor. That foul is on Young, his first, 17th foul. So both teams will be in a bonus situation for the remaining 3 minutes of this first half. Howard leads Liberty by 3, 19-16. Ball goes to Douglas on the left wing. They're looking inside. Instead, go to Lindsey in the corner. 3-ball in the air. Good.
Nice shot by Lindsey. I tell you what, he's just a pure athlete.
19-all is the score. 7-0 run by Liberty here in the last 2 minutes. Here's a drive. Shot off the glass. Won't go. Rebounding is Liberty, and that's Lindsey coming away with it. Lindsey gives to Gauls. Gauls brings it across the time stripe. Takes it down the lane. Oh, nice scoop to the hoop. Shot wouldn't go. Tip wouldn't go. Crisp gets it back. Gives it up top. 3-ball in the air. Won't go. In and out. Ball tipped around. Douglas with a tip. Crisp with a tip. And the boards are killing Howard, with Liberty dominating the offensive boards on that trip, and it brings to mind what would happen if Walters is in the game. Here's a steal. And here's a drive by Douglas. Shot won't go. Ball is out of bounds, and it belongs to Liberty.
Well, what about the work of Chris? I mean, he is the one that got that initial tip, and then the ball went off again, and then he got the rebound and shot it up and made it. Tell you what, he's just a blue-collar basketball player. He just gets all the junk buckets, and he gets in there, and he just really does all the hard work.
Kenneth Beard checks in for Liberty. Liberty's on a 9-0 run now in the last 2 minutes. Beard feeds it to Lindsey. Lindsey back to Beard. Gives it over to Gauls. Gauls going to direct a little traffic top at the top of the circle and start the offense. Lindsey looks underneath. There's Chris. Chris takes it to the lane. Stop, wouldn't go. Well, he had a little too much on that one. Howard with a rebound. Howard running a little weave out top. They go to McCauley, and now to Caudle. Back to McCauley. 1:20 remaining. Ball comes near side to Martin. Martin gives to Brummett. Here's McCauley firing up a three. No, won't go. Rebounding. Caudle shot good. And we're tied at 21 with 1 minute remaining in the first half of play. The second AA quarterfinal game. Ball goes in the corner. 3 ball in the air. Won't go. Rebounding is Howard. Howard gives it out to McCauley. Here's a steps call. Turnover, Howard. And for Howard, that is their 6th turn. No,
14th.
15th turnover for Howard. I was looking at the wrong stat. 6 for Liberty.
And they're tied. Very fortunate. Of course, you know, Liberty's, like I said, they're 2 of 7 from the, or 1 of 8 from the free throw line. So
that's the difference so far, and as it most often is when you get to this level. The team that hits their free throws usually comes out victorious. Here's a drive. Now they kick it up top. 3 ball in the air, and Lindsey couldn't get that one to go. Caudle with the rebound. 15 seconds remaining before halftime. We're tied at 21. Martin with the ball at way out front. Guarded by Beard. Double team. Dumps it off. Tried to. Couldn't do it, and it's stolen away by Liberty. Last second heave won't go, and we've played a half, and we're tied at 21. 21 all at the half. We'll take a 2-minute break. We'll be back. Stay tuned.
The 2012 Blue Cross Basketball Championships are brought to you by Blue Cross Blue Shield of Tennessee, proud corporate sponsor of the TSSAA, and by the Governor's Highway Safety Office, who reminds you don't drink and drive, and by your local Tennessee Public Television station, proud host of the 2012 Blue Cross Basketball Championships.
Thanks to Blue Cross's Walking Works for Schools program, Tennessee kids have walked over 17 million miles in the past 5 years. That's enough for 35 trips to the moon and back. Blue Cross Blue Shield of Tennessee is for Tennessee. Committed to getting kids walking and healthy. Get involved at bcbst.com/impact.
Take me home tonight.
You can choose the back seat, or we'll choose one for you.
We can get a player up here. Oh, that's good stuff.
All right, perfect. Prepare a Wiley Ballard graphic.
Do you want me to start the stream?
Start the stream. Camera 3. Beautiful. We're coming in on 1.
For more information on how your school can join the Play on School broadcast program and participate in the TSSAA network, go to TSSAAnetwork.com/SBP.
At the quarterfinal game, second quarterfinal game of the Class AA tournament, boys action this week. And once again, we welcome in Kim Van Atta. She's with the Governor's Highway Safety Office, reminding us to booze it and lose it, click it or ticket. You can lose your license, your freedom, your life, and a whole lot more. Your status, your influence, your integrity.
Your job.
Your job. But, great message being sent to the venues and throughout everyone on the dial and also on the internet. So you're able to touch a lot of folks in this particular venue, and the message stays the same, but one life saved is worth all the effort in the world.
Absolutely. I mean, you talked about losing your license, your freedom, and your life, and all the other things you lose, but think about what the families are losing too if there's a fatality, or if you are under the influence driving and you kill somebody else, and you're going to have to live with that the rest of your life. So the decisions that you're making right now to drink and drive do affect the rest of your life or the rest of the people you love.
Tell us about the new little slogan we're hearing. Choose instead of choosing the driver's seat, how's that go? You can choose the driver's seat or the back seat.
You can choose the driver's seat, or we'll choose one for you.
Aha. Which would be in the back seat of a police car.
Cuffed, going to jail. That's the seat we're choosing.
And that's if you're lucky. That's if you escape a fatality.
That is true.
So.
Yeah, our last year it was the Get Nailed campaign. This year we have this, and we're just trying to keep it fresh. Same message forever. We're trying to keep it fresh. And the alcohol impaired driving is really, really hurting us right now. The statistics you can see the statistics. And then these kids, we're in here with these high school kids this week, and kids do not travel alone. So they'll be in the car, they'll have 3 or 4 other kids in the car, so there's a distraction there. If they have been drinking, they're not very good drivers at this point. Something bad is going to happen.
Yeah, I'm familiar with a case this week, as early as this week, where a young man who graduated high school last year was in a fatality, and come to find out, sure enough, alcohol was a primary factor, and so that's why we do this. It's not to see how many times we can deliver the same message. It's to keep the message in the forefront, to just remind folks, if you don't obey the laws, you're going to pay the price one way or the other,
right.
Whether it be through harm or through the legal system.
Well, that's why we're trying to be proactive. We're doing all the publicity, the radio, television, so we can keep our name out there, so we can keep the message out there to prevent it from happening rather than having to deal with the aftermath. And hopefully we're doing a good job with that. It looks like fatalities have gone down every year for the past 5 years. And so the numbers look good. However, one life lost is one too many. So we're going to keep going and keep going and keep going until everybody gets the message.
When you're just talking about the numbers, the impaired driving numbers, you said you had taken a hit in those. Are those stats up as far as number of people who are drinking while driving or driving under the influence?
The stats are down. However, this age group, this demographic, they're up a little bit because the kids are impressionable and they see the alcohol ads. In sporting venues, you can go across the state, in the professional venues, they're selling beer and they're promoting it. The beer commercials are always great commercials, so it's like they really want it. It's illegal for one thing. For another thing, it affects a young mind much harder than it would somebody like your age. I'm still young, so it
sound
affects
like
me
a Kentucky fan.
Oh, okay, I have to focus. Where was I? Okay.
The young minds are more impressionable than an old geezer like me, I think is what you were saying.
I think so. But the parents are here too, and we can't stress enough that these parents need to be a good example for their kids, and sometimes that doesn't happen. And then we as their friends, if someone that we've been out with and they are drinking, we have to take their keys. I mean, don't try to be a best friend and say, be careful, take their keys away from them. Even if it makes them mad, we want to keep them off the road.
I think someone did Russell Barker that way a few years back. I don't think he's ever gotten over it, quite honestly. So the message stays the same, but that doesn't mean that the actions grow callous, because you want to keep that fresh on these young minds, and just remind them, if you're drinking and driving, you're going to get in trouble. At the same time, when you get behind the seat, click it or ticket.
Absolutely. I mean, we have a lot of messages. At this interview, we focused on alcohol, which is at the forefront, but there are many other issues, and I will focus on the rest of the day.
All right. We appreciate your time.
You're welcome.
That's Kim Van Atta with the Governor's Highway Safety Office, and we're going to look at a few stats here before we take our final break. For Howard, 21, well, both teams were tied at 21, Howard and Liberty. Howard's 21 points came from Wayne Caudle. The freshman leads Howard in scoring with 10 points. And after that, you've got Antonio Smith with 4. Kudjoe Young has 3. Martin and Brummett with 2 points each. For Liberty, they have Galls with 9. Crisp has 4. Lindsay with 3. Douglas with 2, and Hill with 1 point. Howard has out-rebounded Liberty 22-20. And on one side, on the offensive rebounds, Liberty has 12 offensive rebounds. Howard with 5. But on the defensive boards, Howard 17 to Liberty's 8. So there you go. There's a difference as well.
Well, I mean, Liberty's winning a lot of the stat battle, Kerry, but, you know, it comes down to they're not making free throws. They're 1 of 8. And, you know, this tie ball game, they could be up 7 or 8 points. But, you know, with Smith and Hill out of the ball game for most of the second quarter, Liberty's going to have to get those young men back in the game. Of course, one of them's got 3, and the other one has 2 fouls. So, you know, they're going to have to stay out of foul trouble for Liberty to be successful and win this ball game, I do believe, because it takes away with Smith out of the ball game. Of course, you take away the inside presence, and with Hill out of the ball game, you take away one of the best guards up here as far as handling the basketball. Yeah. So, you know, Liberty's got to keep those young men out of foul trouble.
The winner of this game will play Mitchell Friday morning at 10 o'clock in the state semifinals. So we'll see, man. You know, Mitchell came in, showed a lot of athleticism in their first game, defeating Alcoa 53-34. Now we're tied at 21 in this one. Howard's going to have the ball to start the third, and it looks like we're going to go back with the same starting 5 for Howard. And not necessarily.
Smith's not coming back in. No, my. What a size advantage that Howard has now.
They got the Twin Towers down there. They got 6'8".
Well, Caudle's about 6'6" or 6'7".
They got him listed as 6'5", but he's going to be about 6'6", I'm going to say. All right, Howard steps taken, turns it over, and that's the way that one starts. That is 17 turnovers for Howard. And Liberty going to have to contend with the height advantage that Howard has. Hill penetrates, swatted away by Caudle. Kicks it out, drive to the basket. Shot is blocked by Lindsay. Oh, boy.
6'2", blocking 6'8" right there.
Smith looking to inbound. Lob pass comes in. They kick it out. Caudle fires. Shot good from the free throw line.
Tell you what, this young man can play.
Galls comes back, goes up top to Smith.
He's got 12 of the 23 points of Howard.
Here's a drive. Shot is blocked out of bounds. That was Chris taking in there. You got to somehow alter your shot and mess up the timing there. Brandon Walters.
Well, Liberty's going to have to hit some shots from the perimeter. They're not going to do a whole lot on the inside right now with the lineup they've got in against Howard.
Here's a quick pass. Shot is up, won't go, and a traveling call. He ran into a wall known as Walters. So Howard will inbound. Leading by 2, 23-21. Full court pressure by Liberty. Howard brings it on the attack. Lob pass. Caudle comes back up top to Smith. Shot is up, won't go. Rebound, tipped around. Underneath, there's Walters with 2. His first 2 points of the game.
Well, that's easy right there. Just offensive rebound.
I'm surprised.
Just drop it in.
I'm surprised the rim's still standing. Here's Hill. Kicks it over to the corner. Shot, three-pointer, good. That's Douglas with a tray. Cuts the lead to 1, 25-24.
Liberty's going to have to hit some of those to stay in this ball game with Howard.
And they turn it over again. 18 turnovers for Howard. They just are having problems holding on to the ball.
Well, I'm going to tell you something, Kerry. You take away, cut those turnovers in half, this could be a
blowout.
Well, Howard could be up 10, 12 points.
Yeah, at the same time, you got Twin Towers down there. Why not use it?
Just throw it to them.
Liberty brings it across the time stripe. 6:15 remaining. Howard steals it away. They give to Caudle. He drives off the glass, won't go, and a whistle, and I'm not sure who the foul's going to be on here.
I believe they're going to get Lindsey.
Lindsey on the foul. That's his first, and it's going to put Caudle at the line. Brandon Walters, not light of foot, is he? Free throw off the front of the iron, no good. That makes Howard 2 of 6 from the charity stripe. Free throw, missed both of them. Lindsey with the rebound, hands off to Hill. Hill brings it across the time stripe. Fancy dribbling at the elbow, pulls up, shot good.
Wow, what a crossover dribble at half court.
He almost broke the guy's ankles. 26-25. Howard takes it left wing. Goes to Caudle at the free throw line. Caudle going to come back up top to Smith.
Liberty's definitely turned up the defense a little bit.
Timeout, Howard. 26-25. Liberty by 1. 5:36 remaining in the third quarter of play. And is this a full timeout? It is a full timeout. We'll be back in 1 minute for our local stations. 1 minute break, and we'll be back. Out of the timeout. Howard has the ball, trailing by 1, 26-25. They put it on the floor, and a timeout asked for to avoid the turnover. Heads up thinking there by the young man, and they get a quick 30-second timeout. While they do that, we're going to do this. We'll let you know that the TSSAA Championships are brought to you by the Tennessee Governor's Highway Safety Office. Friends don't let friends drive drunk. Booze it and lose it. Click it or ticket. TSSAA would like to thank Rawlings for their support of the TSSAA Basketball Championships. Rawlings is the official game ball for the TSSAA. Baptist Sports Medicine Physician Network takes care of the pros, and they could take care of you as well. For a physician who understands your active life, call 284-GAME or visit BaptistSportsMedicine.com. 5:20 remaining third quarter, 26-25. Howard trailing Liberty in a hand check foul, and they might get Douglas right here. That's exactly right. Douglas called for the foul, and that'll be his second, and the second team foul as well. Smith going to inbound. Ball comes to the left corner. Down the baseline. Now, foul going to be called underneath, and that's going to be on Lindsey. He was a little late getting to the baseline to cut him off, and Lindsey will be whistled for his second foul. That's the third team foul. Smith inbound, shot up two.
Liberty does not have anybody inside to guard Howard right now.
That was Walters. Here's a drive and a shot. Won't go. Lindsey has been fouled on his way to the hole.
That's Walters, I believe, and if that is, that's three.
It is three on Walters. Second team foul? First team foul to have. So Walters has three. And he is a force. Makes you wonder how long they'll stay with him. Lindsey at the line for Liberty. Free throw is good. That makes Lindsey 1 for 3. Makes Liberty 2 of 9 at the charity stripe. Free throw, nope, wouldn't go. So Liberty 2 of 10, only 20% from the free throw line in this contest. We're tied at 27. And a hand check foul again.
Well, they're getting it a little bit tighter here in the second half, Gary.
That foul's on Gauze, his second. So Douglas, Hill, Lindsey, and Gauze, each with 2. And Smith has 3.
Yes.
He's on the bench. Here's a drive. Howard, shot is up, won't go. Chris fighting for the rebound, gives it to Gauze. Gauze in transition. Takes it under. Stop. Off the glass, won't go. Tip won't go. Tip again by Crisp is good.
There he is again.
29-27. Liberty by 2. Ball goes to the middle of the floor, and that's Walters.
Yeah, he just holds it above his head.
And everybody just comes along swatting at it. Can't reach it. Here's a drive.
Wow.
Oh, nice move to the hole. And that was Young, who blew past everybody and got the basket, tying us up at 29. 4 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Halfway through the third, tied at 29. Whoever said it was going to be a low-scoring affair knew what they was talking about. 3 ball, won't go. Tip. Nope, it's going to be a foul called, and I think they might get... I'm not sure what he's going to do here. Oh, he's going to get Liberty on the foul. That's Douglas coming in fighting for the rebound, and that's 3 on Douglas.
And Caudle's come down on that right ankle, and he's limping right now.
And now you got Caudle a little, he's somewhat hampered after injuring his ankle, and you got Walters with 3 fouls. So we'll see how this all plays out. Howard brings it on the attack. We're tied at 29, 3:40 remaining. Third quarter. Spin move in the paint, stop, pop, teardrop won't fall. And the tip wouldn't go, and Crisp came down hard.
I tell you what, that's a tough young man right there. He came down on his back.
A long way.
Yeah. And he acted like it didn't even really hurt him.
Hit him in the head. It's sort of like you. If you fell on your head, you'd be fine.
Well, no, I'd be in the ER after that fall. Good gracious, that was a tough fall.
Well, I think he hit him in the small of the back there, and that probably helped cushion some of the blow, but he just jogging around like another day in the park. Good day to be at the park, by the way. Temperature's supposed to be 80 today at Murfreesboro.
Good day to be on the golf course.
Yes, sir. Here's a fadeaway by Hill. Drops it in. 31-29. Liberty by 2.
Well, Hill's going to have to get it going here to get this Liberty offense going.
Smith drives for Howard, high off the glass, and it won't go. It sticks between the window and the
Liberty's basketball
goal, and alter possession goes the way of Liberty. So Liberty going to try to take advantage here. Got a 2-point lead and the ball with 3:04 remaining.
I'm not really understanding the offense of Howard right now. You've got 6'8" and probably 6'6", 6'7" Caudle in there, and they're not going to him.
That's right.
And Liberty's got Matt Smith sitting on the bench, and I guess the tallest guy for Liberty right now is what, Chris?
6'2", Chris.
Yeah.
But he plays much bigger than that. Here's a steal down the floor. Howard blocked. His ball is blocked.
They're going to give
and
that
it's
to
going to
Liberty.
be Liberty's ball. Oh, my. And what happened was a great defensive play by Beard. He knocked the ball free, and Howard grabbed it on his way out of bounds. So Liberty has a 2-point advantage with the ball. Ball goes in the corner. 3 ball by Gauls. In and out wouldn't go. Crisp with a rebound. And a stick back. 33-29, 4-point advantage. Timeout has been asked for by Chattanooga Howard. This is a full timeout. 2:31 remaining, third quarter. Liberty 33, Howard 29. We'll be back in 60. Stay tuned. Out of the timeout. 2:15 remaining in this third quarter, and Liberty has stolen it away down the floor. Reverse layup good. Emmett Lindsay.
Well, I tell you, Liberty's doing this without the services of Matt Smith, who's sitting on the bench with 3 fouls, and they've turned up the defense, and they're just playing good team basketball right now.
A 6-point advantage for Liberty, 35-29. Smith on the left wing, looks underneath. There's the big man, off the window, won't go. And Hill with a rebound. They push it down to Lindsay again. Back up top to Hill. Thought about it. Scooted the feet and is called for traveling.
Got a little ahead of himself right there and just kind of shuffled those feet on that move.
Howard going to inbound. 1:46 remaining. Beard into the lineup.
I tell you, Howard looks a little tired, Kerry, and Liberty looks fresh. I think that's the difference in it right now.
3 ball in the air won't go, and their shots are showing that, signs of that. Howard having trouble from the field. Lindsay takes it baseline, lost it out of bounds, and will turn it right back over. That's back-to-back turnovers for Liberty. Checking in is Martin for Howard. So how long do you keep Smith down?
Well, I tell you what, Crisp has really stepped up in the absence of Smith, and I believe Coach Jones will bring Smith in probably around the fourth quarter, yes.
About 90 seconds away then. Here's Martin with fancy dribbling. Takes it right down the middle of the lane, scoops it off to Caudle, shot good. Boy, that's picture perfect right there. 35-31. Caudle has 14 points in the game for Howard.
He's got almost half of Howard's points.
Shot up, won't go. Chris went high, and it's going to be blocked out of bounds, and it belongs to Liberty.
Chris got that rebound over Caudle and Walters.
And Walters blocked the shot and was almost, I thought he was in danger of getting that fourth foul because he was swatting at the ball instead of just blocking it. And now here's an inlet pass that's stolen, and a shot is up and won't go. That was Smith, Anthony Smith. Fouled by Beard. Beard's first. 55 seconds remaining in the third quarter of play. It's a 4-point game, 35-31. Free throws, no good. Howard, 2 of 8 from the charity stripe. Liberty, 2 of 10.
That's not very good either team.
I've seen that before this year. Poor free throw shooting.
And it'll cost you every time.
Second free throw. Nope, missed them both. Lindsay with the rebound. 50 seconds remaining in the third quarter, and we'll see if Liberty's going to take a little air out of the ball. They have that look about them. They stand at midcourt. Just like that, Howard comes and picks them up. They go to Lindsay on the left wing. Lindsay starts his dribble, has it bounce off his foot.
That should be over and back.
It is over and back, as it was Lindsay who let it go off his foot and turns it over.
Official right there on top of that. Good call.
13 turnovers for Liberty, 19 for Howard. Liberty 2 of 10 from the charity stripe. Howard 2 of 9. It's a 4-point game, 35-31. Liberty with the lead. Howard with the ball. 25 seconds remaining in the third. A drive and a rainbow shot. Good. I think that was a lob pass more than anything that went in.
I think that was a lob to Caudle, and it just didn't get to Caudle.
So it's a 2-point game. 10 seconds remaining. Here's Hill. Down the paint. Swatted. Over to Beard. Rainbow shot. Won't go. Rebound. Caudle. Gives it up to Smith. Fires a three. Won't go. And we've played 3 quarters. After 3, Liberty 35, Howard 33. A 1-minute break. We'll be back with the fourth quarter. Stay tuned.
Hey, you want to take a look at this?
Thanks to Blue Cross's Walking Works for Schools program, Tennessee kids have walked over 17 million miles in the past 5 years. That's enough for 35 trips to the moon and back. Blue Cross Blue Shield of Tennessee is for Tennessee. Committed to getting kids walking and healthy. Get involved at bcbst.com/impact.
Take me home tonight.
You can choose the back seat, or we'll choose one for you.
(35-33), Liberty by 2, and Howard will have the ball as we start the fourth quarter. They'll be working to our left. The second of 4 AA quarterfinal games. The winner of this game plays Mitchell 10 o'clock Friday morning at semifinal Friday. Here's a touch foul on Hill, and that will be his third. So Liberty has 3 players with 3 fouls each.
Matt Smith's back in the ball game for Liberty, Kerry, like we thought he would be.
They don't want to take a chance on Big Boy getting his 4th foul, so Walters is pulled off the line. Free throw is good. At the line is Young. He's 2 of 3 from the line. Free throw, got them both. We're tied at 35. 7:45 remaining in the contest. Hill up top, fouled. Oh.
Caught an illegal screen on Crisp right there.
Okay. Crisp on the foul, his first. Gives the ball to Howard. And here's Howard. This is Smith with the ball. Comes near side to Young. Young calls his play. Goes to the right side. Oh, nice pass over to the left side. Shot good.
Nice feed on the inside.
That was Martin with the bucket. And Howard has come all the way back to take a 2-point lead. 37-35 the score. Hill gives to Galls. Back to Hill. Takes it to the baseline. Nowhere to go. Gives it over right side. 3-ball in the air. Won't go. Gives it back to Douglas. Douglas is fouled. And that's going to be...
I think he's going to get Martin on that.
No, foul. I think he got Caudle, which would be his first.
Pretty impressive. That young man's played the whole ball game and only got one foul.
Well, actually, no, I think you're right. Martin was. They were both in the area. I think he got Martin. So Caudle has no fouls. Ball tipped around, and that's going to be Smith controlling for Howard, and he is fouled. Looking to see if it's going to be an intentional foul call, but apparently not. The foul's going to be on Gauze, and that's his third. That'll be 4 players for Liberty with 3 fouls each. 6:54 remaining. They had to help Smith up off the floor. For Howard, they are 4 of 11. Free throws, good.
I'll tell you what, a lot of turnovers in this ball game. 19 for Howard and 15 for Liberty. That's quite a few for both these teams.
Yeah, 34 combined. That is a lot. Howard looking for a 4-point lead from Anthony Smith. Shot wouldn't go, so it's a 3-point advantage. And Liberty brings it on the attack with 6:45 remaining. And a foul will be called now on Martin.
That's his third.
Yep. And it's the team's 5th. Chris going to check back in. He'll grab Douglas. Liberty down by 3, 38-35. They've only lost 1 game at Murfreesboro in state tournament history for Liberty. That was in the championship game year before last of Oliver. Here's a drive. Shot is up. Won't go. Foul called, and that's going to be 4 on Walters.
Well, I think they're going to have to go to Smith here in this 4th quarter, and that was a good job driving the baseline, and Walters tried to come over and help and just fouled him.
And they're not going to waste any time. They're getting him out immediately. Smith at the line 2 times. Free throw, no good. Off the back of the iron, and that makes Liberty 2 of 11. Checking in comes Brummett for Howard, and they put Walters on the line. Smith at the line for Liberty. Free throw, good. A 2-point game, 38-36. Look at this defense. There's a ball tipped, and they're finally getting it across the time stripe. Howard takes it to the rack. Shot good. Strong move by Martin, and it gives Howard a 4-point lead. Hill takes it in the paint. Teardrop falls.
That's a beautiful little floater right there by Hill.
40-38. And Liberty forces a turnover. This is Galls in the paint. Off the glass, wouldn't go. Howard with a rebound. That was Martin coming out with it.
My goodness, this defense is stifling by Liberty.
Tell you. Smith kicks it out to Martin. 5:45 remaining in the contest. 40-38. Howard by 2.
Hill's got to be careful not pick up that fourth foul. Lindsey, got a little too aggressive
He was
right there.
pushing on him pretty good. And Lindsey picks up his third foul. So Hill, Lindsey, Gauze, and Smith all with 3 each.
I'm going to be shocked if no one fouls out of this ball game.
Double bonus situation for Howard. They send Smith to the line. That's Anthony Smith. Free throw is no good. They are 5 of 14 from the charity stripe. Liberty is 3 of 12, by the way. Free throw good. 41-38. Howard by 3. Liberty with the ball. Hill brings it across the time stripe. 5.5 minutes remaining in the ball game. Ball goes in the corner. Long pass comes near side to Gauze. Over to Hill. He's going to back it out. And they're resetting the offense now. Hill's on the right wing. Here comes Lindsey to the baseline. They kick it in the corner to him. He lost it out of bounds, but it was off of Howard, and it's going to belong to Liberty. But boy, the defense is pretty smothering on both ends of the ball.
Yeah, both very good defensively, both these ball clubs.
Hill with 5 minutes to go. Lob pass to Smith. Outside Lindsey. 3 ball in the air. Good!
That was huge.
Emmett Lindsey ties it at 41. 4:50 remaining. And here's a steal. Lindsey picks it up, and the foul going to be called on Caudle, and that's his first.
Probably a pretty good foul right there because Liberty had the numbers on the other end.
I don't think he even meant to do it. I think it was a collision, and the official saw the contact, but more or less Lindsey had fallen back into him. And that is the 6th foul, so both teams will be in a bonus situation now. Of course, Howard's in a double bonus situation already. Hill on the wing. Goes inside. There's Smith. Takes it up and under and is fouled. And this is going to be Caudle's 2nd foul.
I'll tell you what, we've seen Smith play a lot of basketball this year, Kerry. That was one of the quicker moves I've seen him make right there, that little spin move.
He was quick to the hole that time, and he'll go to the line. And for Liberty, Smith is 1 of 6. They're 3 of 12 as a team. Free throw by Smith is good. Here comes the big man, Brandon Walters, into the game.
Well, if you're Liberty, you know exactly what they're going to try to do. They're going to go at Walters, get him back out of the ball game.
2nd free throw by Smith. On its way.
Too hard.
He got it.
Back of the rim.
Got the roll.
Now, he puts good rotation on the basketball.
43-41. Lob pass comes to Walters. He stands, gives it back. Over to Young. Young back to Walters. 43-41. Liberty by 2. 4:20 remaining in this contest. Here's a drive. Shot off the glass. Won't go. Rebound Caudle for 2. We're tied at 43. Ball goes in the corner. 3 ball in the air. 3 points. Good by Gauze.
Tell you what, you think you got them, and they come back down the other end and hit a big 3.
46-43. Liberty by 3. We're going to hold it right here for a moment as we set the stage for you. Big 3-point baskets on both sides of the floor there on that trip, consecutive trips by Liberty. By the way, Michael, they are 5 of 14 from 3-point range, and they're 5 of 14 from the free throw line. Maybe they need to just back up a little bit.
Just back up on your free throws.
35% from 3-point range and 35% from the charity stripe. On the other hand, Howard is 1 of 4 from 3-point range, 25%, 40% from the free throw line. Liberty 15 turnovers, Howard 21 turnovers. Howard has 12 blocks in the games and 7 steals, whereas Liberty's got 3 blocks but 12 steals.
Well, Liberty shot the ball 15 more times on offense than Howard has, and the reason for that is Liberty's getting more opportunities because Howard's turning the ball over more. Their guard play is not near as good as Liberty's, and I'm still not trying. I can't figure out why Howard's not going to their big guys down low.
And Liberty has a rebound advantage, 37-31, which is somewhat interesting. All right. Howard's ball out of bounds across the way. Final 4 minutes to be played in this quarterfinal game. Liberty leads 46-43. Smith had his pocket picked. That's Gauls coming up with it. He drives, lays it up, and won't go. Tip goes out to Smith or to Lindsey, and he hit the deck hard and lost it out of bounds. Belongs to Howard.
Lindsey got pushed right there, and the official, I believe, was blocked out and didn't see that carry.
It's somewhat physical, to say the least. Here's a drive, and they lost it in the paint. They being Howard. Liberty picks it up, has a 3-point lead, and the ball. Hill brings it right down the middle. Crisp is going to be fouled, and that foul will be on Martin.
What vision right there by Hill to find Crisp breaking down the lane.
Michael, you and I have seen Liberty about 5 or 6 times this year, and the thing about it is we saw them peak at the right time, and we knew they were tournament ready. And well, they have a outstanding opponent here with Howard. Here's the free throw that's missing. Liberty comes up with a rebound, and a foul going to be called, and this one's going to be on Caudle, I believe, which will be his third.
I believe you'd have to agree. This is probably not one of Liberty's more talented teams either.
No,
and
that was stated earlier by some other folks. And they're reminiscent of Bolivar the last time they won a state championship when they faced Liberty in the championship game. That was probably one of their less talented teams. Lindsey's at the line for Liberty. Free throw is good. He'll have another. By the way, from this point on, the final 3:23, both teams will be in a double bonus situation.
I don't know if that's good or bad. They both been shooting free throws.
Lindsey at the line, and he has give him a gold star. He's looking for his 11th point, and he got it.
See, he and Chris both have really played huge in this ball game.
No doubt about it. 48-43 lob pass comes to Walters. Shot is up, won't go. Foul called on Crisp, and that'll be his second. It's going to put Big Walters at the line for the first time today.
Well, we'll see what kind of touch he's got from 15 feet.
Again, he has not attempted a three-pointer all year, for whatever that's worth. Happen to know that. 7 of 17 for Liberty, 6 of 15 for Howard. Free throw is up. Young man got a good touch.
Pretty good shot.
7 of 16 now for Howard. And the big man trying to make this a three-point game. Free throw is up, and he couldn't do it. So the free throw percentages are the same now. Each team shooting 41% from the free throw line. Here's Hill. Drives down the middle of the lane. Kicks it off underneath. Shot is up by Smith and good.
Well, I'll tell you what Hill did. He drove in the lane, got the defender up in the air, and then made the great pass.
50-44. Liberty by 6. 2:50 remaining in the ball game. Drive, dish, scoop, shot wouldn't go. Rebound comes out to Liberty. That's Lindsey tracking it down.
Well, you know why that shot didn't go. Lindsey got a piece of it.
Over to Hill. Hill down the lane. Oh, nice feed over to Smith. And a jump ball called, and it stays with Liberty. Alternate possession stays with Liberty. 50-44. Ball comes to Smith. It was deflected away, and here goes Caudle down the line. Had his pocket pick. Who else? It was Lindsey.
Caudle's not a guard. We just saw that.
6-point game, 50-44. Liberty with the lead and the ball with 2:20 remaining, and both teams in a double bonus situation. Here's Crisp. Shot blocked. And Liberty comes up with it. This is Gauls. Oh, nice feed to Smith. To Crisp. Shot won't go. Rebounding is Caudle. Howard brings it on the attack. Down the floor. They kick it over to the corner, and a pushing foul going to be called on Howard.
Oh, good job by Hill right there. He got in the lane, and the Howard player just ran right over him.
The foul is on Young. That's his second. And that was a player control foul.
Yes.
You know how I know? they're not shooting free throws. That's my point.
Boy, you're smart.
How about brilliant there? So they won't be shooting free throws. So that is I thought it was the 10th team foul. Here's Hill in the lane, shot up, wouldn't go. Got his own rebound, goes up, shot wouldn't go. Rebounding is Caudle. Here's a drive, and a shot up, won't go. Rebound is Smith. And Smith is wrapped up underneath.
Neither team can find the basket, but 6-point lead right here for Liberty, and they played a good second half of basketball.
Well, they absolutely wrapped up Smith, and the foul was called, and 2 shots. I don't know why they don't change that on the team foul side. It is 2 shots coming to Liberty. Matt Smith at the line. He's 3 of 8 today. Free throw is up. Got it.
But he's hit his last 3 if I'm not, or 4 if I'm not mistaken, hasn't he?
Free throw, got them both. 52-44. 8-point advantage for Liberty. 90 seconds remaining. Walters gives the ball to Young. Young takes it down the floor, kicks it over to the right side. Shot is up, won't go. Rebound. There's Walters underneath. Good. He used the glass to perfection and got the shot. Now a foul going to be called on Howard. And this foul will be on Taylor. Hill at the line. 1:14 remaining. Free throw by Hill is good. Hill's 2 of 3 from the line today. And now Liberty has pulled back to 50%, 10 of 20 from the charity stripe.
Well, they've hit a lot more free throws here in the second half, and Howard's turned the ball over a lot here in this ball game. That's the difference in the ball game right now.
Free throw, good. He got them both. 54-46, 8-point advantage for Liberty. Howard down by 8. 3 ball in the air, won't go. Rebound comes to Lindsey for Liberty. And Hill going to bring it across the time stripe. He's being pursued, and a foul will be called.
Intentional?
Martin. Nope. Yep, intentional foul called on Smith.
They had their backs to us. I don't know if he did something out of the ordinary there or not, but it didn't look like a hard foul or anything.
No. Smith and Young and Martin and Walters all with 4 fouls. Free throw is good. Now what that tells me is while Howard is pretty quick, they were really struggling with the speed of Liberty, and that's why they have so many fouls in the game. Hill calmly steps up and knocks down both free throws, and they're about to punch their ticket to the semifinals yet again over a very, very good Howard ball club.
Well, I said it earlier. I just think Liberty was in better shape, Kerry. They just look like they've been fresher the whole ball game than Howard has.
Here's another foul, and that's going to be all. That'll be all for Rodarius Martin.
Of course, Liberty's used to this type of tempo, night in, night out in the district that they play in.
When you think about McNary and Southside and Bolivar and some of the other teams in that 14 AA region or district.
Fayetteware.
Of course, Howard, they come out of a very, very good region as well. Looking at some of those teams, Sequoia and Brainerd and Tyner and some of those teams that, you got your hands full on a daily basis there as well. In fact, they beat Tyner in the regional championship 74-73 after coming out a third-place district finish. 58-46. Free throw is good. Hill gets another, gets two more, and it's a 12-point game. Three ball in the air is good. He banked it home. That was Young with the three ball. Ball comes to Galls on the right wing. 30 seconds remaining. A foul going to be called, and Galls will go to the line with 30 seconds exactly remaining. A 9-point game, 58-49. Liberty leading Howard.
Well, I think Howard will look back on this ball game, Kerry, and look at the 25 turnovers and a lot of missed opportunities in the free throw shooting also, because they haven't shot well from the line either today.
Galls got the free throw. That's his first trip to the line tonight. Second free throw, good. 60-49, 11-point lead. By Liberty. Here's a three ball, won't go. Lindsay with a rebound.
No need to foul now.
No. Going to give to Galls, and it will foul him anyway. And this foul will be on Brummett.
A couple of West Tennessee teams will meet in the final.
Yeah, Mitchell.
Or semifinal, excuse me.
Mitchell and Liberty going to have a Donnybrook, 10 o'clock Friday morning. Free throw is good by Galls. And that the final free throw percentage for Liberty will not be how they looked in the first half at all. 62-49.
Well, they've hit all these in the second half, and that's what that and the turnovers combined is what's won this ball game for them.
Free throw or three-pointer is good, and nothing will have to be done at this point. Liberty going to let the clock run out, and Liberty advances to the semifinal round. They'll be taking on Mitchell Wednesday morning at 10 o'clock. Defeating Howard 62-52, the final score here. Stone Memorial and Livingston Academy will be coming up at 1:30. And then CPA and Spring Hill will battle at 3:15, and that's going to be a dandy ball game. You can count on that. The last two games of the evening will feature Cherokee and Clarksville in a AAA game at 5 o'clock, and then Ottawa plays Memphis Central at 6:45, and that'll wrap up our first round games for Wednesday, and then we'll move on to Thursday at a later day, which will be tomorrow. Then Friday semifinals, Saturday championships. We're going to take a 2-minute break. We'll come back with more in 2 minutes. For our local stations along the line, here's 2 minutes. You're listening to the TSSAA Network.
The 2012 Blue Cross Basketball Championships are brought to you by Blue Cross Blue Shield of Tennessee, proud corporate sponsor of the TSSAA, and by the Governor's Highway Safety Office, who reminds you don't drink and drive, and by your local Tennessee Public Television station, proud host of the 2012 Blue Cross Basketball Championships.
Want to take a look at this?
Thanks to Blue Cross's Walking Works for Schools program, Tennessee kids have walked over 17 million miles in the past 5 years. That's enough for 35 trips to the moon and back. Blue Cross Blue Shield of Tennessee is for Tennessee. Committed to getting kids walking and healthy. Get involved at bcbst.com/impact.
Take me home tonight.
You can choose the back seat, or we'll choose one for you.
We can get a player up here. Oh, that's good stuff.
All right, perfect. Prepare a Wiley Ballard graphic.
Do you want me to start the stream?
start the stream. Camera 3, beautiful. We're coming in on 1.
For more information on how your school can join the Play on School broadcast program and participate in the TSSAA network, go to TSSAA network.com/SBP.